Hey guys, Paul here. Come along and see us. Let's go.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Wrong button.
You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Robb Spiewak. And now, here's Robb.
Old habits die hard. I played the intro that introduces Mike.
Here's Mike. Exactly. That's the one I was waiting for.
But I fixed it. I caught it.
You did. And you
Thank
played
you.
the Paul McCartney since Mike was not here.
Get out of my head, but that's true.
It is true, I know. And the only thing I don't like about that clip is the let's go.
Yeah, me too.
Because there's no energy at all to that let's go.
Well, I'm seeing the same energy on his current clips of Paul McCartney on tour. And the feeble voice, too. He's really, I hate saying this. He's got to stop because his voice isn't there anymore. And he has all the money. Come on, Paul. I mean, really, really.
Yeah,
if he looked like he was having a good time, and I don't think he is.
People say we have to stop, but we don't have all the money.
No,
He's got money.
If I had all the money, I'd stop right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I promise you. I promise you I would. But that's the difference. I think I discussed this once on the show, maybe not, that when you go to see Ringo in concert, it's fun and it's a blast and it's like a party because he's playing medium-sized outside venues and you're not spending 2 months rent to go see him. It's a blast and there's a lot of good music on stage. When you go to see Paul, there's a certain tension because you've probably spent $400 on the ticket and you just want it to be what you expect. And I don't know that I can take that anymore. Not with his voice the way it is. So anyway.
You'll spend the money. So
You're
once
right.
you come to DC, you're going.
The closest is Pittsburgh, and I might drive up there. We'll see how tickets get.
I know who will go with you.
Well, you know what? I would like to go with Jim, but if we can't find two seats together, sometimes they're cheaper to buy singles.
Where's he playing in Pittsburgh? Is it PNC Park?
I think it is, yeah. So
well, I'd go just for PNC Park.
Is it a beautiful park?
Stadium. It is.
Oh, okay. Did that used to be Heinz Field?
No, that's the football field.
Oh, okay, so they're different.
Yeah.
Okay.
One they play football in, one they play baseball in, except for this, speaking sports, this week the LA Rams
This is a new feature that's called Josh Schroka's Speaking of Sports.
Well, what I've noticed on Facebook is that people love that so much of the show lately has been sports up front.
Okay.
So I was reading just before coming on the show that the Los Angeles Rams, who play the Ravens next week, play in London the week after, and they don't want to have to fly back to California. So they are spending the week practicing in the Orioles Stadium at Camden Yards. So they're going to practice football on the baseball field.
Wow. I guess you can measure it out and it would work. I mean, RFK was built as a mixed-use stadium.
Yeah, no, you can make it work. I just don't understand why when there's a million university football fiels.
You're exactly. They could play, and they could go to Audi Field.
They could.
That's not far away.
Use the Ravens practice facility. If I guess the Ravens are there working out, I guess the Redskins are in town. But you've got Towson, you've got University of Maryland, you've got so many football teams here, and they're going to play on the baseball field.
And that's just to save the commute back, stay on the East Coast?
Yeah, because they don't want that flight. Seems a little silly.
It does seem a little silly. I'll tell you who else is silly is me. I'm not good at things, Josh. And I thought I had a pretty good weekend putting stuff together. My mom, I don't know why, she went, and I think it was not Temu, but it was certainly from the Far East, what she bought. It was a thing for her kitchen because she used to have a water cooler dispenser with the big 5-gallon thing. And it had, the stand, and she got rid of it because we all have filtered water now out of the fridge. And she had a space in her kitchen. So she ordered this thing that is like the bottom shelf is open with like a grate that you can see in it, and it opens and you can put like onions in there. And then on top of it is another grate thing, grate GRATE, not great
Right.
like superior.
So it's
that
like
you
a
can
little
put like
kitchen
onions.
cabinet island thing.
Yeah, and then on the very top is a roll top. For some reason, they wanted to complicate it, and I put it together right. And when I left, the roll top was working. And by the time I got home, my mom says the roll top doesn't work. And keep in mind, it's only about an 18-minute drive home. So I'm not sure the engineering was right. My thought of that was,
What is a roll top?
like on a desk when you like lift it up.
Oh,
and
like
it
a
rolls-
cover, like a bread box.
Yeah. But it's called
cover.
a roll. It's called a roll top. And
Okay.
so I said we're going to get you some graphite and we're going to fix that. But I've got stuff to do at my house. So I had to put together my new office chair. Piece of cake. I have to applaud the Lazy Boy Corporation with great directions. But my point, and I'm getting to it, is one of the reasons I wanted to replace my old chair is, when you buy a standard issue, go to Staples, buy a big office chair, they start to peel like where the elbows are, because you rest your, and little pieces and flakes come off. But other than that, this chair was in perfect shape. And Robert's been looking for an office chair. I said, would you like mine? He says, I don't want to deal with the peeling. I said, no, don't worry. I've got the perfect thing. I have gaffer's tape. What's that?
Okay, well that's a radio engineer thing. That's an audio engineer. That gaffer tape fixes everything.
Well, you know what? A thin strip did very well for stopping the peeling, and because it's black,
it does.
blended
Gaffer's
right in.
tape does great.
Yeah, it is.
But you went and got did you go and try out chairs before you got this? Because I've had this trouble with office chairs that I cannot find a place to go test them out.
Well, they're all put together at Staples, and you can just go down the line. I didn't end up buying at Staples because the chairs they were selling at this grade were about $60 more than at Costco. So I bought it at Costco, but they also had put it together, and I tested it, and I loved it, and it's a great chair. So when I'm fixing the arm with the gaffer's tape, I needed a thin strip of gaffer's tape. Gaffer's tape, the kind I have, is like 2 inches. I needed like a 1-inch strip.
Right.
And I know you give me a hard time about having sharp things around my desk. And I do.
But
I have a lot.
If you're a razor blade's gonna help if you need to cut some gaffer's tape.
And so I got the razor blade out, and not only did I get the razor blade out, Josh, I got out a brand new one that still had the cover on. I mean, this was a virgin razor blade. I'll show you the model.
When was this?
This was Sunday.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday.
Oh, okay. I know, because I multiple times wanted to bring it up yesterday because I noticed.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did? Good
I
for
noticed
you.
yesterday's show you had a big old Band-Aid on your finger.
Yeah, I've got it. I made it smaller, but let me get to what happened. So this is the kind of razor. I mean, you've seen it in every movie with cocaine, but it's
just an open blade razor.
In the old days, you use these to edit tape, literally to chop tape. And so I've always had them around. And
you're supposed to put them in a little holder to use them on a construction
You
site.
are, but I didn't. And I also thought I could do this construction repair with gaffer's tape and a razor without my glasses because I knew precisely where the tape was to go. I didn't need to put on my glasses. And so I went to cut a strip of gaffer's tape and I put the razor on and it didn't penetrate, didn't cut. So I put my index finger on top of the razor blade and gave it a good push. And that's when I realized, and I apologize.
It was upside down?
It was upside down.
Oh, no.
And I pushed the razor into my index finger and it bled. If it could have squirted, it would have squirted. It was a nice, deep cut. And so my first thought is Band-Aids are in the kitchen. That's on another floor. I can't bleed on the way up. So I put a stack of papers under my finger as I go up to get it. And it was really coming out. I had to use
gaffer's tape. You had to use gaffer's tape
I
to
should
shut
have
it
used
down.
gaffer's tape, but I used just like a generic gauze to get started, and that was soaking through. So I used like a festival of Band-Aids and then some medical tape. And it's better today. It's just a little cut now.
Yeah, if you go back and watch yesterday's video, it is a nice big bandage. I don't know how Mike did not ask about it.
It was a big one, and it went way up my finger because I was afraid the blood was, it was the kind that when you put the Band-Aid on, you immediately see it starting to seep through to the Band-Aid. I'm not proud of this. But the thing is with all the stuff I did this weekend, I did some antenna tweaking, I assembled, I disassembled, I moved things around. I thought I was doing great, and I thought to myself, actually had this thought as I was watching the Commanders game on Sunday. I got a lot done this weekend without injuring myself, and that's great. But when you press on, and it's the kind of thing, it's sort of Ed Gein. When I did it, I didn't even want to think about the fact that I did it. But when I watched the Ed Gein miniseries, by the way, not as funny as everyone says it is, I was watching it, and there's so many gross things that you don't want to even think about. But that's where I am now with my razor blade finger.
Was anyone home to help you stop the bleeding?
Carrie was not home because she's never home, and Robert was upstairs. This was halftime when I did this, so we had broken away from the primary family room TV, and it would probably, you know what? It probably was a little too dark, but I knew exactly what I was doing. I was repairing, essentially, Josh, repairing a chair using the sense of touch.
Yes. And the upside down razor blade, like it should not be. You should be able to tell what side is what.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I was careless. Maybe I was excited about the upcoming Commanders win. I don't know. But when I think of it now, my toes are literally curling to think that I just like pushed my finger onto a razor.
Yeah, it's horrible. It
is a horrible thought.
To even,
folks, don't do this. And, if I had just looked, I would have seen the problem. But I just pushed. So don't do that. So that being said, I'm doing better except for the fact that it is if you're going to cut a finger, don't cut your right index finger, because the fingertip is where you drag things like on a mouse or on a pen. And a Band-Aid doesn't work. So I'm having to now scan with my scroll with my ring finger.
It's also the finger I use to do the little finger unlock of my laptop. Does your keyboard have that, like the little finger ID? So
it does.
To cut off that finger would be a problem. I'd have to go back to using an old passcode.
I guess I'm back to the passcode now. I hadn't even thought about it. You're thinking 10 steps ahead. I would have to, because I don't use my thumb. I use my index finger. God, this is horrible. Yeah. This is horrible any way you look at it.
Yeah, good thing you don't have to get into a bank vault or anything.
Well, it is a good thing about that because, that's normal for me. You are not on vacation, but you are in the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
I am. We came down to visit my parents. My parents are down here half the year.
Well, you went up to visit your parents.
I've spent too much time of my life in Maryland that I still call the Outer Banks going down. Everything's going down. When I understand that because I'm in Florida, everything is up. It's just hard for me to say go up to the Outer Banks.
Well, you could say
odd.
I went down to Cuba. You could say that.
Yeah, I can go down to Miami. I can go down to Fort Myers.
Right.
I can go down to the Keys, and up if I want to leave the state of Florida is always up, and that's a problem.
I think we have a different shot of you today because I don't think I've noticed the starfish or the life preserver before.
Oh, so did I bump my camera?
It really is a beachy type setting there. Is that a kitchenette behind you?
Yeah. So So this is a kitchenette over here, and the door. Can I turn this without breaking things? There's a door to the pool over there.
Okay, so if I had like a long read for say Soul, you could just go out and take a dip and come back in.
Yeah, if you remember, we had a cocktail hour over the summer.
Yeah.
Once where I said that if we got a certain donation, I'd go jump in the pool. We never got to that point, but it's because it's right there.
Is it a standing offer? Could they donate during the show today? No, you know what? I'll go ahead and say no. We can do super chats.
$500 super chat, and I'll go jump in the pool.
Very good.
It is cold.
500 will do it. Yeah. But we do have coming up. I don't know if I'm out of place saying this. We have a game day coming up, game night coming up, which will be fun. Something we've never tried before. We've played blackjack and we've played games. But stay tuned, folks. We're actually going to do a game night together. And Josh was showing me the game, and I approve 100%.
A game where we can get where listeners can get involved and we can all play online together. I think that'll be fun. And Yeah, not this weekend because we've got travel plans and all, and I've got to drive back. I know you're going away this weekend, but we'll get there. Probably
Yeah,
next
and
week.
I can't play the game till my finger heals. Come on.
Right.
I won't be able to type or anything.
Yeah, what type of game is that?
I don't know.
But I'm down here in the Outer Banks, and there's not many people here. It's busier than I expected, but it's definitely in off-season mode.
Okay, so I know that. Let's start with the big news. Is you pickleballed with your father today, and I looked on the Pickleball Network, PBTV, which is Channel 7, sub Channel 3, I think. I didn't see you guys, so you didn't make the national coverage. But how did pickleball go? Were you a teammate with your dad?
Yeah, no. Well, I think maybe one game. You go and they mix it up every game. So I'm with different people and playing with all these old people who they're all retired. They're all down here, either snowbirds or down here full time.
Now, can you play one-on-one pickleball, or is it always 2-on-2? Okay,
you can, but
all right.
but these people they're 2-on-2.
Okay, well then half the effort.
So, that's exactly it. And some of them can't move well.
Yes.
So
stay out of the kitchen. That's what I know.
So I went and played pickleball with them this morning. It's a lot of a couple of the people I met over the summer, and then it's new people, and then it's always what do you do? Well, I'm a podcaster.
Oh, and
what's a podcast?
Yeah,
What's the name of your podcast again? It's the Mike O'Mara Show. So they might check it out. Who knows? But
and did they
probably
at that
forgot
point
when I left?
Is that when they said sports or politics?
Yeah. What do you talk about? Everything, whatever we feel like for the day.
They always, when you tell them you talk about everything, they almost don't believe you. They don't want to believe you that you talk about everything.
And my favorite question, that I got over the summer, and I got it again today. So you make money off that? you get paid for just talking? Said yes.
Yeah. I mean, essentially.
I said, well, technically, there's a lot of stuff when I'm not talking I got to do with the editing and posting. And, well, how do you make money off that? I'm like, well, we have ads just like when you listen to the radio.
Yeah. And then were they buying that?
Makes sense. Yeah. Eventually.
Okay. My family there's still a couple in my family that if we get together, say for Christmas, they will say, are you still doing that computer thing?
Right.
So
exactly.
to them, that's what podcasting is. It's
Remember this summer, I was asked if I'm going to get a real job.
Oh, I get that a lot. Have my whole life.
Exactly.
So pickleball, did you bring your TMOS pickleball? What is it? A bat, mallet, racket?
It would be called a paddle.
Paddle.
I did not bring that. I did not. I forgot to pack my pickleball paddles because I didn't think I was going to get to play because they always play in the morning. I forgot about our Tuesday afternoons.
It worked out well, yeah. So did you rent equipment or did you borrow?
No, my dad's got extra equipment. He's got paddles here.
Okay.
So I took my mom's paddle and went and played.
Oh, a girl's paddle. Was it pink?
It was like purple and black. So maybe kind of.
Well, no, so that's that's like Ravens colors. Yeah.
But they also have like these old men paddles, which like it have like extra pop when the ball hits, and then it has a little plunger at the bottom, so you don't have to bend over to pick up the ball. You just tap it, and it sucks the ball up.
Like a golf ball picker-upper.
Exactly. My dad doesn't have that. One of the old men out there has it.
Does it make you want to have that?
No.
Okay.
No. Because now, I think I have enough trouble like not hitting the ball too hard sometimes.
Now, I know your brother, who is a friend of mine, and I'd like to bring that up because he said we were friends, Matt. And
he's going glamping.
He's going glamping, but that's not bringing that up. My question is...
I don't know enough about that.
It's glamorous camping. But I know that you and he are extraordinarily competitive in anything. You mean if it is a game of sport, it could be a game of cards, it could be who's going to leave Camden Yards first. It's always a competition. Yes. Is your father a competitor, and does it come down from him?
It all comes from him.
Okay.
You should have heard how loud Simple Game of Monopoly Deal cards got last night.
Oh, really?
With just three of us playing. Yeah, he's the competitive one, and we all get it from him. We have learned to rein it in. I don't think he reins it in.
Well,
I was asked this morning, is your dad always this serious about things? And my response was, well, if you notice, he always plays in a polo shirt because he no longer wears button-downs. He doesn't wear athletic wear. He'll wear shorts, but he'll wear a polo shirt to play pickleball because he's got to take it serious.
Got to take it seriously, of course. Was there a time when and your father's name?
John.
I forget. John Stroka. Was there a time when John reined it in? And now he's an older fellow and he just lets it all hang out, or has he always been this way?
No, it's always been this way.
Wow.
It's always been. I told you before, as a kid, I would have friends ask me before coming over to the house, did the Orioles win or lose that day? Because it would affect my dad's mood.
Wow. That's pretty bad.
So
that is pretty bad.
So no, I think Matt and I have reined it in some.
Okay.
But we get it from him. And to be honest,
it probably comes out a little more when you two are in the same geographic region. If you're apart,
we all encourage each other, and my sisters are the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to warn Kelly. I've had to warn people in the past when coming over for dinner.
Yeah.
If we're all yelling, we're not in a fight. We're just it's a game to disagree.
Yeah, I understand.
We still love each other, but we're going to argue just for argument's sake.
I don't really come from an argumentative family, and that's probably why I hate confrontation in real life. I don't know if we were just all so passive or if we really all got along. Now, I'm an only child, but I'm only 9 years younger than my youngest uncle, and there were 8 kids ahead of me. So that's enough that the house would have ingress and egress of people that were currently living there. But we all seem to get along, and I'm not saying you guys don't. You're just a loud family, maybe.
We all get along. We are great. I love my sisters and my brother. We're all close. But every time we're together, there's a competition going to break out. It doesn't matter. We're playing a board game, or we're out playing the basketball, or we're making up a game while waiting at something with nothing. We're going to make something up because we're always competitive. It doesn't matter what it is.
Now, Carrie and I will make up games, but are not normally like competitive games. I'm curious, can you think of a game that you've made up to compete with your family while you're just like waiting for something?
Well, I'll tell you, my dad and brother and I, we all live in different places now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
When we all lived in Maryland together, we would get together for the football games.
Okay.
When we first moved into different places, we would FaceTime during the football games and queue up our TVs to watch it all together. We have moved away from that for the most part, where we text nonstop during the games. And a simple competition is that we text each other Sunday afternoon our score prediction for the Ravens game before it starts, and then argue about who got it the closest after the game.
Now,
means nothing.
It means nothing. And also, I imagine there's a way to argue it, because you could be close on one side and not close on the other. So do you add the numbers up? How do you do it? Or you just
no, there is no solution. There's no chart in points or anything. It's just argue to argue's sake.
I love it. I think that's great. We do for sports in my family. We had a football pool for many, many years. We always had a pool for the Triple Crown. So we bet and we compete with each other that way. And
we do that. We have fantasy football league. We're all in. Mm-hmm. We have a March Madness tournament. We're all in, like a family only tournament. So we get all that in. But we are just competitive about everything. And the stupidest thing is the example you brought up about leaving the stadium and who can get to the bottom of the stairs first without killing themselves.
I love
around all the random people.
I love it because you showed me the actual staircase.
Yeah. It's real.
It is real.
Next year, maybe I'll make a video of racing down.
I love it. I think it's so great.
But it's stupid stuff. Like, we'll try to be like, when we're at the main thing me and my dad and brother do together is we go to games. Right. So stupid thing like who got the better deal on food, or who got their food, used the bathroom, and got to their seat faster than the other people.
That's, you're reminding me of a story. I guess there was some competition we didn't yell though. I know that one time, this really dates this story, but it was when the Capitol Beltway, Washington, D.C.'s circumference road, 495, when it was brand new, I think early 60s. And my grandfather was bowling, and he was bowling with his son, George. And they had a bet. George was younger, and he said, if I take the Beltway, I'll get home in no time. I'll get home so much faster than you. And my grandfather said, well, I know D.C. like the back of my hand. I can take surface roads and back roads, and I can beat you there. And they said, okay, let's do it. So they synchronized their exit from the bowling, and they left. My grandfather got home, as it turns out, maybe about a minute 10 ahead of George. But in that time, ran inside, took his shoes off, dropped his bowling bag, and got under the blankets fully
of
clothed
course,
and pretended
100%.
to be asleep.
Yeah,
Pretended
100%.
to be
That's what you
asleep.
got to do. Yeah. Yeah.
Just to really rub it in. So, yeah,
That's
I
how
can
you do
see
it.
it happening. Yeah. All right. So, if another Capital Beltway opens up, that can be something you can challenge your brother to.
Yeah. We'll find a way to make something competitive.
I used to make up games for the kids too, which I mean, beyond like license plate stuff in the car, just, I challenged them. This was great. I challenged them on about a 4-hour car ride. I said, who can find the cheapest gas? Because, the gas is always advertised on the side of the wall. And I said, Robert, that's your side. And Julia, that's your side. Find me the cheapest gas. And so not only did it keep them busy, it found me a bargain. This is good too. They're competitive as well.
That's good. I think competition is good because then
Healthy.
you go, yeah, it's good and healthy. And then you go to into the workplace and everything, and you want to be competitive.
Exactly. You want to excel, and excel you will. All right. So when we come back, I'm going to do. Oh, you know what? People keep asking where Mike is. He's not here.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Thought he was just quiet.
You're just quiet today. No, Mike will be back tomorrow. Scheduling stuff going on, and you know what? I thought everyone would just be so excited to see an episode of Jars that they would not even ask. But yes, this is the Josh and Rob show, and Mike will be back tomorrow. And that is that, as Dick Van Patten used to say. But before we do news, and I will do news today because we love to comment on the tidbits of the day, Josh.
Right.
I got to know, are you having trouble shutting your brain off at night? I was last night having trouble shutting my brain off.
I do not because I take Soul gummies.
You see,
So
I ended up taking a... Yes, I took a Soul Gummy last night too.
Every night for me.
Yeah. It really helps watching the Ed Gein show. Soul's Out of Office Gummies are your ticket to calm, helping you relax, quiet the noise, and drift off naturally. With the perfect mix of CBD and THC, they really do play well together. They deliver a smooth buzz that melts stress, lifts your mood, and sparks creativity. Choose your vibe from a light 1.5 milligram microdose to the bold new 15 milligram gummy. Oh boy, that's a good one. That packs a bit of a punch, and I love it. And that's when you want to fully unplug. I love the 15s. They also have the out-of-office beverage. I've got some chilling right now. It's a refreshing alcohol way to unwind solo or with friends. Tastes so good. And when it's deep restorative sleep that you're after, Soul's Sleepy Gummies have you covered. Every product is hemp-derived, delicious, and crafted with wellness in mind, so you can actually feel good about feeling good. These things can make your mindset 100% groovy, and nowadays, that's a good thing. So, bring on the good vibes and treat yourself to Soul today. Right now, Soul is offering our audience 30% off their entire order. Go to getsoul.com and use the code TMOS. That's getsoul.com, promo code TMOS for 30% off. And I can give this personal endorsement. If you take a 15 and then go on YouTube and watch a Three Stooges short, you're going to laugh like you haven't laughed at them in forever. It's a great thing. The one I watched last night, they were exterminators. It was a good plot. They caused a lot of trouble, Josh. They did. All right. In the news, this story is brief and it asks more questions than it answers. Sean Diddy Combs, upon being found guilty, already went to the top to try to get out of jail free because Donald Trump says Diddy asked for a presidential pardon.
Of course, he did months ago. You know he did.
But here's where it gets great. Trump was talking to reporters at the White House when he revealed he'd gotten the special request for Diddy. Here's the quote. "I call him Puff Daddy, and he asked me for a pardon."
He should always be called Puff Daddy.
I agree. All right. So apparently he reached out to the White House right after he was sentenced on Friday.
Oh, so
but I
another,
like your
request.
idea of him asking earlier.
I think there was news last time that he reached out also before being found not guilty or whatever.
Trump, always a sly card player, did not reveal if he plans to grant it or not. So stay tuned, folks. It still could happen to Puff Daddy.
I don't see any reason that it would.
I don't either.
There's no benefit.
I think that's the best request for a pardon since the Tiger King. Remember, the Tiger King reached out to be pardoned as well.
Oh, yeah.
And was not
I am
honored.
all for go ahead and let Joe Exotic come out. I don't care.
And, well, what was the name
As
of the
long as
lady
he doesn't
hated?
kill that lady.
Yeah, Carol something, wasn't it?
Carol Baskins.
Thank you. You win. I wish Mike was here for this story. Did you know that a can of diet soda may be worse for your health than regular soda? I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, that's my policy. It also tastes worse.
It does. Well, don't even get into that. But there is you run a risk when you drink any kind of soda of MASLD, which is, I'm sure you know, Josh, metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease.
Okay.
And so all the chemicals will do it. But sugar sweetened beverages, people tend to gang up on them. They don't like their Coca-Cola. I just got, I asked you yesterday. Go ahead.
What's the stuff in diet soda that's supposed to give you cancer and kill you?
Oh, well, it's always been like aspartame.
I thought
or
aspartame was supposed to kill you.
That's true. But this is, and I called you yesterday to ask if you could go to Costco, but because you're in the wilds of North Carolina,
Nope.
You don't have a Costco. And I was going to recommend that you run and get 7-Up Shirley Temple, which
that looks good. Is it like a cherry 7-Up?
Yes, it is. It's amazing.
As you know,
better
I'm a
than
cherry Coke
Sprite.
guy.
Yeah, so you would love it.
And 7-Up is better than Sprite.
Yeah,
Today
you're right.
Today I had to settle for a Starry. It's the worst.
It's not great. It's not. That replaced Squirt or Squelch or whatever.
Starry replaced.
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist, yes.
Which is another horrible name. So they tested cans of soda, 8.4 fluid ounces, which is the little can. But they said that a slim can of soda a day resulted a 60% higher chance of MASLD. That's diet soda. Whereas the same amount of regular soda only carries a 50% higher risk. So if you must drink the sugary stuff. And I think we're both on board with that.
Yeah, we're on board with that. Yeah. No, don't drink diet.
Yeah. I had a weird moment when a guy was installing my cable, my internet. I kept trying to give him like a soda or a bottle of water or something. And I guess I just for a minute thought I was on the show. He said, I've got a Red Bull in the truck. I said, that stuff will kill you. And he looked at me like it was not appropriate. It won't.
It's not.
Okay.
Go check the studies.
So
they're made by Monster.
Did you absolutely get all your decorating done for today? Because it is the first Tuesday in October, and you know what that is.
What does that mean?
National Taco Day.
Well, it is Taco Tuesday. So
that's why they always make it fall on a Tuesday. It's the first Tuesday in October. Yeah.
I'm told they've got like $1 tacos down the street or something.
Well,
So
many
we might go
places
down
have
there.
special taco deals today through loyalty apps and programs. Always, Taco Bell is offering soft tacos for $1, which seems high from what I used to pay. Jack in the Box, which is not even in my half of the country,
No, but
has
better
2
than
free
Taco Bell.
tacos. Yeah. And then, of course, deals at Del Taco, El Pollo Loco, Moe's, and this is nice, 7-Eleven. I didn't know they counted as tacos when you get them at 7-Eleven.
Well, there's I'm in Kerala, and there's not a whole lot of businesses around here. There's as far as restaurants, there's no chain restaurants. It's all local restaurants.
Okay,
So
well, that's kind of fun. I like that.
It's fun. Some are good, some are bad. And I was told when I got here, hey, there's a new taco place back here behind the Food Lion. It's called whatever Sandbar or something. I said, all right, I'll check it out. And they said, then I tried to go Sunday. They were closed. And so I was like, all right, I tell my parents, well, I'll go Monday or Tuesday or whatever. And they're like, yeah, go Tuesday because they've got $1 tacos. And I said, that sounds great. I said, how much do the tacos cost on Monday? And they tell me, oh, they don't sell tacos the rest of the week. Only on Tuesdays. So now suddenly I don't trust this place to make a taco if they're only doing it once a week. I want
it sounds crafty.
a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. Now they did compile a list. This is from Reddit of what things can ruin a taco. And I agree with some of them. I disagree on some. Do you think cilantro ruins a taco?
No.
You see, I've got that, whatever that gene is, that cilantro to me, or cilantro, tastes like soap. I don't do cilantro. So,
I'm fine
but
with
you
it.
can enjoy it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Black olives.
Love black olives.
I love black olives too. Okay. Lettuce. I think lettuce belongs on a taco.
I don't like lettuce. I'm okay with a little bit.
Okay.
Too many
shredded.
restaurants overdo the shredded lettuce.
And it can wilt from the heat of the meat That's bad.
Yes.
This one I don't get at all. Who in their right mind would say that cheese ruins a taco? I would say cheese makes a taco.
Cheese might be cheese is necessary.
Yeah, maybe even ahead of the meat. Sour cream?
I hate sour cream.
Oh, I love sour cream.
I hate that I have to order without sour cream and tell them to remove it. It should be an option to add, not something I have to tell them to move it.
Do you never even have it on a baked potato?
No, I hate sour cream. The texture of cold sour cream and like the fluffy paste, I can't do it.
Always something new. I'll run through the last of these pretty quick because they are pretty bad.
So
pineapple.
I agree with that one.
Yeah, okay.
All right, look, I love pineapple on my tacos. But here's the deal.
I didn't even know it was a thing. Who does this?
I go to a place, I'm blanking on the name of the taco place.
Is it one of them Hawaiian taco places?
I order it's like the hot surfer chick, I believe is what they call the taco. And it is chicken and pineapple and some spices on it. And it's a spicy taco. But yes, I like pineapple on my taco. But not ground beef. I prefer chicken tacos.
Okay, what about like a steak taco? Like if you go...
That's fine. Steak is also okay.
Okay, I'd never heard of pineapple, so good for you. Radishes? No, don't like radishes.
I don't think I've ever had a radish on a pineapple. Or on a taco. Not on a pineapple either.
How about broccoli? You ever have broccoli on a pineapple?
No, now you're describing like some type of bowl.
I know, and then they say onions, tomatoes, salsa, hot sauce, rice and beans, and guac. More than half of those are great.
Rob, I'm sorry to tell you, I also hate guac.
Oh, even if it's prepared table side?
The same reason I hate sour cream. It's the texture.
Okay, I can see that.
I can't handle the texture.
I can see that. But I do like it. And you know what? It costs extra. So what you're doing is saving money.
Sometimes.
Okay,
Sometimes I do.
Are there things that are popular that just don't appeal to you? I mean, I live my life that way. Guacamole. All right.
No, I'm sure there's multiple things.
Yeah, there are multiple things here. The thing that they say, these are things that you just don't get the appeal of. Social places where music is too loud to talk to anyone. Like a club, I guess, with the thumping bass.
I mean, I enjoyed it when I was younger. I don't now. My
it's
ears
not
aren't
even.
good.
It's not even. I was never that guy. Sports betting, people don't get. I like sports betting.
I could lose all my money on sports betting.
Okay, good.
I am responsible though.
Okay, good. Strip clubs, never a big fan. Never a big fan.
Never. I have never gone to a strip club. I have no desire to go to a strip club.
You're not missing much.
They are dirty on the outside. I can't imagine the inside.
Although oftentimes the food is great. Pumpkin spice, I don't like. I don't get it because it has nothing to do with pumpkin. It has everything to do with nutmeg and all those spices that go in it.
I don't like pumpkin spice.
Even when I drank, I didn't like pumpkin beer. How about a summer? Do you think summer is overrated?
I think I might. I think I might be one of these people that prefers winter over summer.
I definitely am, but baseball, man, I think that you would like it because of the baseball.
Yeah, but I like spring and I like fall. Here's the problem. Florida has ruined summer for me.
I bet.
Florida has ruined it because the summer is miserable, and then the rest of the year is what summer should be.
Yeah, I agree. But up here, bring the cold. I like the cold. And trendy water bottles. Not a big fan. So
I have no desire to have a Stanley. I don't understand the appeal, but it rotates through, and every middle schooler has it.
You were talking about yesterday Halloween costumes for all of us for when we do our Halloween cocktail
party. Because we
party.
need to figure them out for a Halloween cocktail hour. Last year, Mike just assigned us costumes, so it was easy.
Yeah.
This year, we have not gone that.
These are the best pop culture costumes. So if any of these sing out to you, you can go ahead and snag it now.
All right, I can claim it.
Leonardo DiCaprio as Bob Ferguson in One Battle After Another.
That's that
his
new
most current movie. Yeah, Robert saw it last night.
I hear it's good. I hear people on both sides politically get upset with it.
Robert thought it was great, except this is weird coming from a 22-year-old. He said, too much sex in the opening part. I said, how about that?
I feel, teaser, I feel the same way about Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah,
we
there
can
is
share
a little
that on
bit.
Hicks Nicks later this week.
Exactly. You could dress up as a Labubu. You could dress up as...
I don't mind the Labubu.
Okay, I guess this would have to be both of us to be the band Oasis. It would be like a couple's costume.
No, I'll pass.
Okay. Brad Pitt in F1. That was his race car movie, right?
Yeah, but then you're just an F1 racer. Like, you're not
Yeah.
Brad Pitt in F1. Again, I don't want a costume you have to explain.
Okay. How about Gladys in Weapons? I don't know what character Gladys was in Weapons.
Gladys? I don't know which character Gladys is. Is she the main character?
Don't know. Doesn't say.
Or maybe she's the evil person. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not
Okay.
bad if it's the bad person in Weapons.
It might get us canceled, Josh, but I'd be up for this if you wanted to dress up with me as the K-pop demon hunters. Those beautiful young ladies.
I am not familiar with them,
Yes.
but okay.
Okay.
We could do that.
The Frankenstein's monster, but the modern one, not the flat-headed one, the Guillermo del Toro version. I don't know. I think you got to be.
I'm not
You got to
familiar.
be Frank. You got to be real Frankenstein with the flat head. Glinda and Elphaba from Wicked. Those lean females.
Okay.
So
Which
not
one do
good
you
for
want
us.
to be? And I'll take the other.
I'll be the green one. I want to be the green one. That's Elphaba.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, and all right, I'll be Glinda. I can wear pink.
Okay. Good. Jeremy Allen White from The Bear. And also
Just go as Jeremy. Wait, what? You go as Jeremy Allen White, or you go as the character from The Bear?
from The Bear, Carmy. So I guess
All
you'd
right,
have
so
to
you
wear
go
like
as a chef.
Yeah, yeah. Or then Adam Scott and Britt Lower, who played Mark and Helly on Severance. So I didn't like the show Severance, so that's not my scene.
All right. Well, none of those work.
You're
Except
right.
I think Glendale and whatever the witches from Wicked. That one could be fun.
Yeah, but it'd be expensive. I mean, that's not an outfit you can put together at home. You know, with the sequins and everything.
No, you got to do what I did for Beetlejuice last year.
Just
You
totally
get it off
commit.
Amazon and you return it the next day. The same way I got my hat. The same way I got my hat for the Derby party.
So
Buy it on
makeup.
Amazon, return it before leaving Virginia.
I love when stars are just frank and they show a sense of humor, even if it's dark. If I say to you, Dick Van Dyke, does it mean anything to you?
I mean, I know who he is.
Okay.
I know the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Okay, that's what you need to know. You've probably seen Mary Poppins along the way, right?
Yeah, I've seen Mary Poppins. I know Mary
All right.
Poppins.
Okay, so Dick Van Dyke is now 99 years old and still actually looks pretty good. If he'd shave his beard, he'd look great. His birthday, his 100th birthday is December 13th. And he was at a fan event yesterday, and he said, "I'll be turning 100 on December 13th. I think it'd be funny if I didn't make it." It's pretty dark to say that he thinks it'd be funny if he didn't make it.
That is very dark. That is
It is.
very dark.
Yeah.
Is it Dick or Jerry that was in the show Coach?
That's Jerry Van Dyke.
Okay, all right.
He
Well,
has
that's the only
passed.
show I've watched with one of these Van Dykes.
One of these crazy Van Dykes.
Yes.
But I'd like to see him make it to 100, but he said he doesn't have a secret because he doesn't know what he did right other than his wife. I never did anything right. His wife is 54, which means that Dick was 48 when she was born.
His wife's 54?
Yeah. So that's where he's at.
When,
he might
when
not
did they
make
get
it to
ma-
100.
when did they get married?
Oh, God. 2012, 13 years ago. So she
Okay.
was only 41 when they got married.
She didn't think she'd have to wait this long.
No, she thought she'd have some of those great
Yes.
Van Dyke dollars.
Yes, she did. She thought 2 years in, I'm good.
All right, Taylor Swift. Oh, swoosh it. Every time I hit that button, I wonder if he's hearing a swoosh sound in his living room. Because, if Mike hits the swoosh, that'll go. So, Taylor Swift, have you heard of her?
Yeah,
She's
that's
very
going to be my
popular.
Halloween costume. I'm going to go with Taylor.
Are you going to be the showgirl making the confessions? That era, or are you going to go to a different one?
I don't know which version yet. I guess.
Okay, I think you
guess I
best
got
go
to
with
look
the
at
new
my
one.
Taylor versions.
Okay. We talked yesterday about her song Wood, which apparently is one
Yes.
long extended euphemism about, is it Travis Kelce she's dating?
Yeah, and so it's multiple euphemisms about loving his penis.
Exactly. Yes. Or as they said on the morning news today, his manhood. But
Or as I heard, or his member. That's my favorite one. The concern about his member.
There is definitely some concern about his member. Taylor Swift claims her mother, that's Mrs. Swift, the widow Swift, that she doesn't know what the song Wood is really about.
Yeah,
I
and
think
of
she
course.
thinks it's a song about superstitions, popular superstitions, which it absolutely is. But no, it's about the massive member.
No, her mom knows.
Of course
But
she
if
does.
she asks, her mom's going to say, no, I don't, because she doesn't want to have that conversation. Just like forget about her mom. How do you think Travis's mom feels about this?
Not good.
That's the mom that you would worry about.
Yeah,
and you know what? She knows what it's all about too. But if you ask her, she'll say, oh, I don't know.
Well, she changed
because you don't want to have that conversation.
I think what it is that I think that Taylor thinks if she honestly believes that about her double entendre, which really aren't even entendre-ish at all.
No,
they're really right
hidden.
out there.
Yes.
I don't think, does she really think she's so clever that she's fooling everybody by saying that?
No, she's not fooling anyone.
Yeah, I agree.
And it doesn't bother me. It's just a stupid song. Like in the end, it's like what I would like to do is if some reporter is real smart, I'd like them to go and ask her former boyfriends about this song and about how does it feel that Travis opens her thighs.
That's true. Wow. Yeah. I know you're quoting the music. I was quoting the song. I just didn't expect that phrase from you.
I didn't expect that phrase when I listened to the song.
Let's close with this. Oh, this comes from a state called Florida, Josh.
I am very familiar.
People can do crazy things when they feel jilted by an ex, but there's got to be a story behind this. A 28-year-old woman in Florida named Gabrielle Franz was arrested last week after she was caught throwing dozens of tampons into her ex-boyfriend's lawn. He now lives there with his new girlfriend. It's unclear why she did it, but the reports estimate 75 to 100 tampons were thrown, and she had painted them red so they looked like they were used.
Oh, okay. You see, the news story I saw this morning saying it is unclear if they are used or not.
No, it was paint.
Found it was paint. Good.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you go into the TMOS newsroom. Yeah, I know it is. But she originally denied that she did it, but changed her story later when they had security footage and said it was her mom and her aunt's idea. But I mean, there was really nothing she could do after she was caught red-handed. And I'm sure you saw that coming. No?
Yeah, and I'm not giving you a laughter at that.
I know. No one wants laughter. This is a very serious show. Maybe you're not laughing because you're dehydrated. Have you had your liquid IV?
Maybe the internet dropped out.
Could be. This program is sponsored by Liquid IV. Listen,
what I took to the pickleball court this morning.
I bet you were the talk of the town, also the county. I guess not. Mike loves Liquid IV. He drinks it every day. We all drink it. It's a part of our lives. You see Mike drink it every day on the show. And now that summer is done, you need to refocus this fall. So take my advice. Ditch the glitch with zero sugar and zero crash from Liquid IV, because here's what you need. The new Liquid IV Energy Multiplier with sugar-free hydrating energy. It's scientifically formulated to support physical energy, hydration, focus, mood, and social stamina. It's hydration and energy all in one. It's made with electrolytes, vitamins, and natural caffeine for a jitter-free, sugar-free lift. It comes in 2 mouth-watering flavors, sugar-free energy strawberry kiwi, and my favorite, sugar-free energy blackberry lemonade. Plus, features 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. So, just 1 stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. So ditch the glitch with zero sugar and zero crash and use Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Now, we just talked costumes, but I did want to ask you something Halloween related, if that's cool. Is that...
Yeah, let's talk. It's spooky season.
It is the spooky season.
What everybody tells me.
Yeah. On Hicks, Nick, Sticks, Picks this week, we discussed the very spooky Rosemary's Baby, and we will have horror movies through the month of October. Although a couple, I think, will surprise you, Josh. One, I decided last night that I think you'll like. But good. I got this mailer in the mail. People still send mail, and it says you're invited. And this looks to me like a Halloween haunted house invitation.
You're invited. Monsters
within. And I said,
all right, first mistake that church made is they put the church name way too big.
Yeah,
it should have been
Baptist
hidden there,
Church.
so you don't know what you're in for.
Yeah. Well, just looking at it, I know that in this area we have several really notable haunted houses in in Loudoun County where I live. They have one is actually in an old farmhouse. One is in a barn. One is actually in a big church area where they do a tent. They do all this scary stuff.
We've got one down. We've got one down here that's in a farm field, and you get in the back of a truck, and you shoot the zombies with paintball guns as you drive through the farm.
Wow, that seems.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that one.
Is it like in a cornfield so they can hide?
I assume so, like in some woods or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't drive the truck. You're in the back as like a gunner, and there's like 8 people with guns just shooting all these people dressed up as zombies.
Because in these haunted houses, the rule is always you can't touch the monster, and the monster can't touch you.
Right.
But
and who
if you're
cares that
shooting
your
them,
initial reaction is to hit them?
Yeah,
It's still not allowed.
You're shooting them with paintball guns,
Yeah.
and that's not okay. Well, this is not that. I thought this would truly be a Halloween event, but what it is, in the faded letters down below, it says new series kickoff, and then almost unreadable unless you focus. You can gain clarity on how sin operates within, uncover the roots of destructive desires, establish disciplines that grow virtue, create a life of transformation, and strengthen your walk with the Spirit. Everyone is welcome. Yeah,
This is an event. This is a sermon series.
That's what it appears to me, is they're going to get you in there
Okay.
under the pretense of making it a Halloween scary thing, but
All
it's
right.
like a Bible study, it seems.
Yeah, it sounds like it's Sunday morning sermons.
Now, have you ever been to a church that have tricked people with this?
Churches are interesting. Because
Okay. And I should say it did kick off at 11 a.m. this past Sunday, which
which
again,
means it's a sermon series.
It's a sermon. I mean, it's not like at night you're going into the church. So what do you know about church?
It's a sermon series. No, churches are funny during Halloween because they'll do different things. I remember when I was a teen, there would be a church down the road would do a play every year around this time called Heaven's Gates or Hell's Flames. And it's like a whole play about, where you going when you die.
Okay.
And
Was it
then
made to be scary entertaining or scary like really
scare you
scare
to
you.
like give your life to Jesus because we're going to scare you.
All
Which
right.
is, that's the best conversion method is scare
fear.
people. Fear. And then that transitioned and it got with modern times and churches. I don't know a church that does this, but I've seen on the internet and I've seen ads for churches that do this where they now do hell houses, they call it. And that's their version of a haunted house.
Okay.
So, a haunted house, you wander through and it's creepy and someone might jump out at you or something.
Yeah. Cobwebs and whatnot.
Yeah. The way the church does it is a hell house is you drive through and you're seeing things that could send you to hell. So you go in the first room and there's like a guy who overdosed on drugs. Then you go into a next room and oh no, there's a DUI car crash. The guy drank too much and got in a car crash. And
Are
then
they like really graphic representations of these things?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
That's really bad.
And it's that type of thing. And then you go into another room and it's like, oh, well, this person was partying too much. And this person go in this room. Oh, look, their life was ruined by sex.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
know how
coveting.
They died, though.
They're coveting. And they coveted themselves
and it's
to death.
taken all these like sins and it's like, let's take it to the extreme of death. And you died because you gave your life to this thing. Oh, and don't forget, you have to have the satanic room where in that room you worshiped Satan and you had the whatever that symbol is drawn. The
pentagram?
The pentagram. You have that drawn on everything, and you've got to scare people again to be like. But then you go through all those scary rooms, and then you come out to the Jesus room where repent, give your life to Jesus, and you don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Does the Jesus room have snacks to make it really great? Or
it's probably got free donuts, but cut in half, so you only get half a donut.
Of course. Well, if you go to Monsters Within, you get free Grudo's ice cream, which seems to be a free gift card for first-time guests, which is exciting. Now, I don't know what Grudo's ice cream is. Yeah, I
don't know either. But I visited a lot of churches when I was looking for different churches, and I've got a bunch of coffee mugs that all look the same but have different church logos on it.
You should definitely put those on Pinterest and make yourself some money. Find yourself some.
Them.
Oh, you do use them. Okay.
I do use them.
Okay, I thought you were exclusively using Mike O'Mara Show drinkware now.
That one is in the camper.
I
That's my
understand.
camping mug.
Your glamping mug. When they were doing the series of scary sermons before they did the Hell House or the play,
Yes.
I'm sorry, the play.
Yes, yeah.
Was the play
Heaven's Gates, Hell's Flames.
Was the
pretty
play
sure
the
that's the
same?
name of it.
Was the play the same every year?
Yeah, and it traveled to other churches.
Oh,
So yes, it was like a
like an
traveling
old,
group.
like a medicine show in the early 1900s. They go,
Rob, all right. Now that we're talking a little church culture and craziness.
fascinating. Yeah.
All right. There was this thing in the 90s called Acquire the Fire. And there's now a documentary on Amazon about it. I recommend everyone watch it.
Okay.
It's geared towards anti-Christian because that's the people who made it. But
Is
what
it
they make
really
fun of-
anti-Christian, or is it just this
Anti-religion.
procedure of what they're
Well,
doing?
it's more anti-religion, but this procedure is a problem. Like they stretch extremes. Like people volunteered, and people volunteer to work at churches and stuff, and they try to make it look like it's free labor.
I
and hard
see.
on it. Where no, the people do want to volunteer, and it is mission work, and they focus on a lot of negative things instead of the global picture. But I went to one of these once. And I need to share about the time that I went to the Baltimore Arena for this Acquire the Fire thing.
Oh, it sounds great.
Because I went.
Baltimore
as a youth-
Arena has lousy acoustics, by the way.
Yes, it does. I went as a leader, and I took a bunch of middle school kids to this thing.
Okay.
And they did this thing where they play all this rock music during the day or whatever, and then speakers come out and they're all excited and scream and try to get all these kids on fire for Jesus.
I hate to interrupt, but I have to know: is it proper rock music, or is it like Stryper and faith bands?
It's Stryper and faith bands, but there are good
it's good.
faith
Okay,
bands. Stryper's
okay.
a joke, but there's a lot of Christian bands that I love. And
I
that
understand.
still
I was
listen
just
to.
wondering if they were, if they
No,
were
are
really
faith-based.
tempting them.
They are
Yeah.
worship bands. But I believe it was the band called Third Day was the band when I was there.
Okay.
And so, but anyway, it all builds up to like,
That's when Jesus rose. I got
Exactly.
it. It took me a second. Thank you.
It's this exuberant guy named Ron Luce, which actually I can come back to later,
Okay.
where the whole time he creeped me out. But I'm there as a leader, just a volunteer. So I'm just playing with the kids and just
How
hanging
old
out
are
and being
you?
like
how old are you? I know you're a
19
leader.
or 20.
Okay,
19,
and the
20.
kids are probably like maybe 10
kids
or 11?
the kids are middle school.
Okay,
middle
11 or
school,
12
maybe some,
then,
yeah, 12-year-olds. And, I was just a volunteer going to help out. And
Right.
Actually, I got two stories of things that happened at this place. But here's
love
the part that creeped me out. The whole time I was kind of creeped out by it. Then they get to the big climax of the event.
Mm-hmm.
And the lights go out. And then they change to red lights, to make it all scary and dark.
Sure. Yeah.
And they roll out a big casket out of the back of the crowd. And they roll out this casket. And they come and say, take all of your stuff of the world and go and burn it in this casket. Bring your CDs, bring your cigarettes. And I'm like, we're 12-year-old kids.
Yeah. I mean,
No one's
there might
carrying
be
this stuff around.
they might be smokers, but they're not bringing their
And it's
cigarettes
just,
to them.
it was way overdone. And it's like, and now we're going to all burn it here in the Baltimore Arena.
So
I don't know how they get away with that.
Did
but
they
did.
They burned it? They literally set it
Yes.
on fire?
Yes.
Oh
That
my
is my
God.
memory.
That's crazy. You know what? I don't say this much. That's bat-ass crazy.
It was
to
it
burn
was,
stuff
it was,
inside a building.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I'll tell you, that was weird and whatever. We left, and I went to the church leader and I said, "Did you know this was going down when you signed up to take this group here? Like, am I crazy?" And he said, "No, I didn't know any of this, and it's too awkward to leave, so we just sat through it all."
Wow.
So I said, "All right, good."
So this guy
anyway,
and this was called Acquire the Fire was the name of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like on Amazon, it's like Good Happy People or whatever. The documentary that they did on the family last year, the season 2 is on this guy.
Okay,
But-
so I have to ask, so the Acquire the Fire people just went church to church and tried to get themselves booked, and that's how they made a living?
They did this around the country in different arenas and stadiums. It was a
Wow.
huge thing. It was a
Wow.
huge thing in the 90s, a huge Christian thing. I mean, there were thousands of people here, filled the arena. But we go home, and I get back to the church, and I drive. I think I drove home, and then I realized my parents weren't home, and I tried to figure out what's going on, and it turns out that my brother, who was in middle school at the time, went to this event, and his leader left him behind. And he got left behind at the Baltimore Arena. Every other church left, and he was there by himself.
I love it.
So then I'll tell you, so this was put on by this guy named Ron Luce.
Okay.
And again, watch the documentary. You can learn all about him. And this happened when I was 19 or 20.
Right.
Put it into my back of my mind. Never thought of this guy again.
Okay.
All right. So I start dating Kelly. I go visit her church. And I'm sitting there and sitting in the back, and it's not a big church. It's a small church. And they say, we have a guest pastor today. And I see the guest pastor stand up, and I go, Kelly, I know that guy. I mean, he's old. He's much older, but I know that guy. I don't know why. And then he gets up there, and he goes, I'm Ron Luce.
Oh, no.
And it was like a tornado just took me. And like everything came back from this night. Whereas like I had no thoughts, and it's all back. And Kelly said the face I made when I clicked it all together, and how much I wanted to get out of that church. She thought she'd never see me again.
Wow. So I mean, he's still in the business.
He's still in the business.
Did he bring a coffin to Kelly's church?
There was no coffin. He just talked about the great work he did through his organization, Teen Mania, which is the company that put on Acquire the Fire.
Teen
which
Mania.
I'm sure they did many great things.
Yeah,
but this
and
creeps me out.
I'm sure they paid all their taxes, and they were good people.
I guarantee they were a nonprofit.
Sure they were. Yeah, those caskets aren't cheap, Josh. You need to buy one.
Well, you have to spend the money. In order to be a nonprofit means you can't make money.
Exactly.
You gotta pay salaries.
If I was there, I probably would have put wine in the casket because, 11-year-olds shouldn't have wine. But
Yeah,
if you
that
are
might
of
not
age,
burn.
if you are of age, there's nothing better than toasting your new memories naked. Trust me. Hey, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about Naked Wines, the sponsor of today's showgram. Naked Wines is a wine club that directly connects you to the best independent winemakers so you can get world-class wine delivered straight to your door. Use our code TMOS for the code and password at nakedwines.com and get $100 off your first order. 6 bottles for $39.99. When I told my mom and her best friend about this, they said, "What's the catch?" There is no catch. It's beautiful, delicious, wonderful wine for $39. How do they do it? The Naked People, that always makes me laugh. The Naked People bring you amazing wine straight from the wineries at up to 60% less than what you'd pay in a store because they cut out the middlemen and winemakers can pass those savings on to you without skimping on quality. Plain and simple, the wine from Naked Wines is amazing. You've seen Mike drink it on the show, and Mike often will refer to it in real life. He loves this stuff, and I can quote Mike O'Mara, "There's never a clinker in the batch. It's all good. Every bottle is better than the last." So now is the time to join the Naked Wines community. Head to nakedwines.com/TMOS, click Enter Voucher, and put in our code TMOS for both the code and password to get $100 off your first order. That's 6 bottles for only $39.99, shipping included. $100 off your first 6 bottles at nakedwines.com/TMOS and use the code and password TMOS for 6 bottles of wine for $39.99. Good stuff. Now, my son, Robert, I mentioned him briefly earlier, he likes Mr. Beast. I don't know from Mr. Beast.
I have great appreciation for Mr. Beast. He's such an impressive guy.
So he's got like a massive, amazing following on the socials,
I think it's like
right?
450 million people follow him on YouTube.
And he's famous for giving massive prizes away.
Yeah.
Is that what he does?
He's turned into that. It started with, and he just built up to making these videos where he's giving money away.
Okay. How does he pay for that? Is it just all the subscriptions that roll in that he's able to?
Subscriptions and then sponsors. I believe he has said many times he does not make much money. That all the money he makes on his YouTube channels, that it all invests back into the company.
Okay.
I've seen like he lives in like a modest house. He has a modest car. So,
all right.
I'm sure he's making money now because he's got an Amazon show and everything now.
He's a mover. He's a shaker. He got into the social media at exactly the right time.
And
I guess it just eluded me because it's not my scene, you know.
He mastered the trend on YouTube and how to put you need a thumbnail to get attention.
Yeah.
And all that. That all started by Mr. Beast. He
figured
all
that stuff. So actually, he's
Yes.
probably a pretty smart guy. In addition to being able to grab on to trends and everything, and that's, make no mistake, folks, that's a great talent. If you can see a trend coming and be in front of it, that's the way to go.
No, he went from a YouTuber to a full production company now in North Carolina.
So, and is that the real reason you're in the Outer Banks?
Yes, yeah,
You
job
wanted to-
interviews with Mr. Beast. Yes.
You could be his son, like Mr. Beast Jr. Or is there a Mrs. Beast?
There either is or about to be. He's either engaged or married. One of the two. Yes.
He
has a team that takes all of his videos and translates them and overdubs them and then puts them back out in other languages.
So it's a worldwide phenomenon.
It's a worldwide thing. Yes.
Crazy. All right. So he did something that you love, and I think it's kind of neat because it's not anything I could really do, but he scheduled a video on social media to post this week, but he recorded it 10 years ago.
I love this because it shows how his mind works. That 10 years ago, when he's in high school, he is thinking this through. That he's thinking, I'm going to put this on YouTube because my whole life is, he's in high school and the whole life is already focused on how to grow in YouTube.
Okay, so we'll play some of it. Now, the thing that I really couldn't do, if I wanted to go back 10 years, all I'd have to do is go to the website and play the episode from 10 years ago. So I kind of have that. My whole adult life has played out on the radio. So if I need a time check, I can. But this guy was forward thinking enough.
Well, he was 17 years old. Wouldn't you like to go back and see 17 years? You sit down and say, I'm going to be on the radio. I'm going to be this.
I guess. I'm not sure anyone needs to see me at age 17. But let's look at, and his name is not really Mr. Beast. That's a fake name, Josh. Jimmy Beast. And here's what he said 10 years ago.
I mean, in 10 years. I'm going to schedule upload this video 10 years in the future. So you're going to see this in 2025. It's 2015 for me right now. Dude, what if I'm dead? Dude, if I'm... Ooh, that would be weird. That'd be so weird. Rip. That'd be really weird. But
I love that he scheduled this.
If I don't
and
have
left
a
it
million
as is.
subscribers when you see this video, my entire life has been a failure. I hope I have 1 million subs. I better have 1 million subscribers when you guys see this.
I know that I did the research, and he has like 10 channels that have in excess of million followers.
I told you, he's got 450 million followers on his main channel alone.
Wow. So let's watch we can watch a little more of him.
He was a success.
I'll have finished high school, gone to college, probably be doing YouTube as a job, hopefully. Maybe. As of right now, I'm enjoying YouTube. Hopefully future me still enjoys it. And I don't know. I'd be crazy if I had some ridiculous amount of subscribers.
To me, that is just crazy that he would say that back then. I have to admire him for it because, I mean, there's no need to doubt the fact that he had a plan, obviously going into it, but the gutsiness of posting it, 10 years ago and scheduling it, it blew my mind. And I see him when I'm clicking around on what streaming services I want to see. His face always pops up, and I don't care for his smile. It seems it seems not genuine.
Do you know what you wanted to do when you were 17?
Actually, I did.
You wanted to be in radio.
Yeah, I did.
So you are our own Mr. Beast.
I don't think that's the case at all. I would have also accepted being a game show host. At 17, the thought entered my mind, but I always wanted to do this. This is what I wanted to do. All aspects of this. I just didn't have the wherewithal to post a video. For me, it would be 30 years ago, even more than that. But I admire the fact that he did it. It's a gutsy thing. And I guess he could have stopped it from publishing if he hadn't succeeded. But he did succeed, and it's a great flex that he was able to do it.
I love that he left it on there, and because anyone else would edit it and be like, I'm going to now show you my video from 10 years ago, instead of just letting it play.
It's fun. I did enjoy, that's the raw video. He did a reaction video that's also fun to watch. But anyway, if you're a Mr. Beast guy, this is one I think in the plus column for him. I don't know that I'd follow any of his wacky stunts or anything, but I mean, he's obviously, he knows what he's doing. So congratulations, Senator Beast.
It's a modern game show type thing. It works.
All right. Well, I want to have that many followers. I should have made the video, Josh.
Yes. We'll make a video now. In 10 years.
Show it at my funeral.
Right.
You know what's fun is that we have beautiful video coming up. But before that, listen, a lot of you that are with the sound of my voice right now, you are blood-engorged ticks. That's all you are. You're living off of this regular TMOS show. You gladly listen to the free show. You suck our blood, but you don't yet belong to the exclusive club that is the TMOS bonus show. Now, we don't hate you for this. No, we love you. Come aboard. We're expecting you. That's from the Love Boat. Because better access means more fun. You deserve more. Like our state-of-the-art TMOS Extras just did one about behind the scenes on the Mike O'Mara show that I think is pretty fascinating. Josh and I had a good time. I know that. We set out to do 20 minutes and did an hour. It's fun, unpredictable. I've done a couple interviews that I know aren't a good fit for this show, but on the extras, I'm very, very proud of them. It's a great time to let us just do what we do. And you can sign up for commercial-free TMOS, which also includes the bonus show every week. And your bonus subscription is the power behind everything TMOS. So when you grab that bonus subscription, you're making sure all the great stuff keeps on it coming. Be a hero, be a helper. And for additional details, visit the bonus show tab at MikeO'MaraShow.com. You can order now. And if you like, order twice. E pluribus unum.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Jerry time.
Pro Mod.
The best music, WABC.
Love the Pro Mod package. Okay, did you watch any of Monday Night Football last night?
I watched the whole second half.
So did you see the end?
Of course I did. It was a great end. And you know what? Jacksonville's my closest town to St. Augustine is Jacksonville, Florida. It's 20 minutes north. So
you could claim to be like this is your home team.
The Ravens are really bad. I don't mind cheering for the Jags once in a while.
This was a pretty remarkable, was this, I believe, actually the final play of the game. And it was...
This is the final play of the game. There was a long pass and pass interference to get the Jags into this position.
But this is crazy.
It's first and goal with 30 seconds left.
Quarterback
now
falls.
Goes down, has to get up. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
All
the center, I think, steps on his
and he has to run through about six defenders to do it, right?
Steps on his right foot as he's trying to come out, and it looked like he was dead in the rights. And here they all come. He looked like Earl Campbell getting out of there.
The thing that's so crazy about, I'm sorry, Josh, I took you off stage. The thing that's so crazy about that is that poor center that stepped on his foot and knocked him down. He has to be the biggest champion of that quarterback right now, so no one focuses on the fact that he tripped the quarterback.
He tripped the quarterback. The Ravens used to have a guy like that named Kyle Bowler who would fall backwards like that constantly. At least once or twice a game, he'd fall and the play would just die. So to see a quarterback fight to get up and run like that, it was really fun and special.
That was an exciting end. I did like seeing that. Now, if you have some kids in school in Vermont, I would say
I do not. Not that I know of.
Well, I was speaking to the royal we, like everyone within the sound of our voice. Just be careful, because you never know what can happen in school.
Thanks, Tyler. New tonight, police in Barrytown say that a substitute teacher admitted to bringing cocaine into a classroom.
Obviously, parents are not happy about this, especially those who had kids in the room at the time. NBC5's Anna Goober has been speaking with parents, police, district leaders, all about this today. She joins us now live from Barry with what else she learned about this situation. Anna.
Yeah, Brian and Liz, we now actually know that this all started with concerns from 8th graders about their substitute teacher, 47-year-old Melissa Martin's unusual behavior that prompted the school to call 911, and police tell us that behavior was connected to cocaine use. In fact, they actually found the drug on Martin's belongings inside the classroom.
When I saw teachers acting weird, it never even occurred to me that it might be cocaine. That she had to be acting pretty weird.
Teachers shouldn't be able to afford that.
Oh, I'm sure someone stepped on it. That's some good drug logo there, right? Yeah, it probably wasn't the purest stuff, but just beware if your teacher's acting wacky. Now, you've had kids, I've had kids. Did you take youngsters to a restaurant when they were like young youngsters and they might scream or misbehave?
I did.
Yeah, I think we all do.
You have to do it sometimes. I think iPads have helped a lot with that.
I do too.
My kids, when they were little, didn't have iPads. Well, I guess I might have done that for Camden III.
But
yeah,
this was all over TikTok this morning. Is this lady to blame or is the patron to blame? Because the lady had a screaming kid, but the patron said that it was her responsibility to get the kid out of the restaurant.
So this gentleman here is telling me to tell my 8-month-old to stop screaming.
It's the video sparking a fierce debate over whether babies should be allowed to remain in restaurants when they get a little loud. V. Whitaker says she brought her 8-month-old daughter, Montana, to this Georgia cafe for lunch when Montana started.
By the way, it used to be a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Josh. I love that we both clued in on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a Pizza Hut.
Started making noise. That's when another diner told her Montana's screams were hurting his sensitive ears.
You need to learn to be respectful.
She's a child, sir. It's not me. I didn't do anything.
He told Whitaker if she couldn't keep her
everyone is
quiet,
wrong in this
she
situation.
should leave. But Whitaker says she and her child have a right to eat out like everyone else.
Explain yourself.
No,
everyone's
wrong. That guy was clearly rude.
Right.
Her response was very rude. The kid is fine. The kid screams. But you have to be, I don't care, you have to take care of and be responsible and actually care about other people once in a while. When my kids would do that, I don't care if I'm at a restaurant, a mall, airport, whatever. If my kid's screaming like that, you pick them up, you walk them, you try to calm them down, you take them outside if it's bad enough.
Yeah, and I've done it.
It's about caring about other people.
But the guy who spoke to her, I think he was also out of line.
He did, and he lost me by saying his sensitive ears.
That's where he lost me too.
Yeah, you can't say that as a grown man.
And you know how the acoustics are in those old Pizza Hut buildings.
Well, it depends if they move the chimney out or not. The old fireplace in the middle.
So true. I got so much love yesterday for, I'm going to close with 2 little hunks of AI. Trust me, folks, I'm still suspicious of AI, but I love when it's used well. I got lots of people asking me about Helpful Elvis yesterday.
I like Helpful Elvis.
Well, this is Elvis eating, and it did not go the way I thought it would, and I just found this very entertaining.
People don't expect to see you eating this kind of thing, Elvis. What is it?
Chimpanzee ribs, man. Folks call it bushmeat down in the Delta. It's smoky, a little sweet, tastes a lot like a tough pork chop with a story behind it.
And you're fine with it?
I grew up.
I also love that they cut off in mid-conversation, but that sounds so much like Elvis. And to see him eating monkey ribs is funny.
Chimpanzee ribs.
Right. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean to get less specific than I needed to.
Yeah.
I would like to show it once more.
People don't expect to see you eating this kind of thing, Elvis. What is it?
Chimpanzee ribs, man. Folks call it bushmeat down in the Delta. It's smoky, a little sweet, tastes a lot like a tough pork chop with a story behind it.
And you're fine with it?
I grew up.
And it just ends there.
Sora is doing a great job. They are now all over my TikTok feed with their videos, and they all have their little Sora watermark all over it. So they're doing a great job at trending right now.
If you click one of those, and they do all the things. I've seen Martin Luther King and I guess Elvis and John F. Kennedy dancing in heaven. They do Marilyn Monroe stuff. Some of them are less impressive than others, but I'm usually walking away with a smile. And that's why I close with this.
I've been getting ads for influencers where I submit like 20 pictures of myself, and then it makes an AI version of myself, so I can just, instead of actually shooting the video, just tell it to do it.
How long, if you did that, could we do the show without Mike realizing it was AI Josh?
That's a good point. We did forget to play a prank on Mike on Monday and make the video horrible.
Yeah.
Like BIOS was worse.
That's true. Oh, I did forget that. We were going to play static. Oh, well. I close with this, Josh. I know you're dissatisfied, unrewarded with the Orioles season this year.
You could say so.
If they brought in a big hitter, some guy that you know about, do you think it could save the season? I mean, next year's season.
Yes. Yeah, all right. You're going back down this AI path. I know where you're going here.
All right. Let's see if this guy might be a good one to pick up.
Jesus, a grand slam to put this one away. What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling blessed. And first and foremost, I want to thank myself. Couldn't have done it without.
He wants to thank
They lost me with the robe.
Yeah, he should be at least wearing the team colors.
And you know what? Jesus would never play for the Yankees.
That's why we need to get him on the O's. We got to get him on the O's. That's why.
That would work.
He would love Baltimore.
Exactly.
Promo Seltzer Tower, the whole thing. Josh, a pleasure. Thank you for playing with me today. Mike will be back tomorrow.
It's always fun.
And another full show for your enjoyment. So join us for an 8 o'clock start time tomorrow, Wednesday, October 8th. Can you believe it's October already? Spooky season.
Go subscribe to Hicks, Nicks, Sticks, Picks as
Please
well
do.
in your podcast app.
We've got great stuff coming up for all of spooky season and beyond. And folks, it's going to last because I bought a big box of envelopes. We will see you next time. Josh, thank you kindly.
Of course.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.